Welcome to our weekly poetry reading with Kathy, a RN and clinical social worker at MHAW. Take it away, Kathy.
Hi, everyone, and thank you, April. You're awesome. So for those of you that are new to our readings, we will be doing these every Wednesday throughout the month of May to celebrate Mental Health Awareness Month. And for those that joined us last Wednesday, welcome back. So today I want to address how poetry can be helpful in coping with mental health, just general stress, okay? Through the use of language, poetry provides us a comfortable format to express our feelings, shape our losses, heartaches, and depression. Poetry can provide us with comfort, relaxation, by helping us to get to the heart of our thoughts and feelings as we walk through muddy waters. It can be a shared experience by connecting the words of the writer to our lives and provide a platform for change by the sharing of important topics around mental health, increasing empathy and understanding amongst those living with depression and anxiety, and educating those who do not understand the importance of raising awareness around mental health issues. Like artists pick and mix colors on a canvas to create something beautiful, so do poets. By choosing and rearranging words on a page, they give us the language we didn't know we needed to describe our inner worlds. Poets often address the subject of mental illness in their work because they have experienced it themselves and need a way to make sense of it. We all have our own ways of processing and coping with difficult times. And for poets, this often involves putting words onto paper. The poems I will be reading every Wednesday were chosen because they have an underlying lesson all of us can learn from, including understanding the realities of relationships with mental illness, the power of community, and how resilient we are. We hope you enjoy them as much as we do. This week, I am going to address the issue of obsessive-compulsive disorder. The author of this poem is Neil Hilborn, and he gives voice to what it is like to struggle with OCD as well as try to manage a relationship. His poem can be seen on YouTube, and it's extremely powerful. The words that I'm going to read are powerful. When you hear him read them, it truly gives a higher voice to it. So thanks again, everyone, and let's get started. The first time I saw her, everything in my head went quiet. All the tics, all the constantly refreshing images just disappeared. When you have obsessive-compulsive disorder, you don't really get quiet moments. Even in bed, I am thinking, did I lock the doors? Yes. Did I wash my hands? Yes. Did I lock the doors? Yes. Did I wash my hands? Yes. But when I saw her, the only thing I could think about was the hairpin curve of her lips, or the eyelash on her cheek, the eyelash on her cheek, the eyelash on her cheek. I knew I had to talk to her. I asked her out about 60 times in 30 seconds. She said yes after the third one, but none of them felt right, so I had to keep going. On our first date, I spent more time organizing my meal by color than I did eating it or talking to her. But she loved it. She loved that I had to kiss her goodbye 16 or 24 times as if it was Wednesday. She loved that it took me forever to walk her home because there are lots of cracks on the sidewalk. When we moved in together, she felt safe, like no one would ever rob us because I definitely locked the doors 18 times. I'd always watch her mouth when she talked, when she talked, when she talked, when she talked, when she talked. When she said she loved me, her mouth would curl up at the edges. At night, she'd lay in bed and watch me turn all the lights off, and on, and 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 off. She'd close her eyes and imagine that the days and nights were passing in front of her. Some mornings I'd start kissing her goodbye, but she'd just leave because I was just making her late for work. When I stopped in front of a crack in the sidewalk, she just kept walking. When she said she loved me, her mouth was a straight line. She told me that I was taking up too much of her time. Last week, she started sleeping at her mother's place. She told me that she shouldn't have let me get so attached to her, that this whole thing was a mistake. But how can it be a mistake that I don't have to wash my hands after I touched her? Love is not a mistake. And if it's killing me that she can run away from this and I just can't, I can't go out and find someone new because I always think of her. Usually when I obsess over things, I see germs sneaking into my skin. I see myself crushed by an endless succession of cars. And she was the first beautiful thing I ever got stuck on. I want to wake up every morning thinking about the way she holds her steering wheel, how she turns shower knobs like she's opening a safe, how she blows out candles, 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 blows out. Now I just think about who else is kissing her. I can't breathe because he only kisses her once. He doesn't care if it's perfect. I want her back so bad. I leave the door unlocked. I leave the lights on. That poem makes us take a breath. And you can find this poem online, and you can, as you read it, you see the transition, how she's going to step away from the relationship and how he realizes that she is stepping away from the relationship. So again, we hear a lot about depression and anxiety, and then we seem to kind of snicker at OCD. Oh, there he goes again. There she goes again with her OCD. This is a real illness that needs to be understood, like so many other, I call them orphan mental illnesses that we just don't, we discard. The other day I was in a class with some of my PROS members that I'm honored to work with, and they were talking about what Mental Health Awareness Month means to them. And in a summary, it said, we are just like you. We are just like you. We just have a few other problems. And don't we all? So I'm going to leave you with that. To understand that we all have these problems in one form or another, anxiety, stress, don't feel like doing anything today. Okay, so let's help remove this stigma and help those that have this mental health, any mental health disorder. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to April, and thank you all for spending time with us this Wednesday. I'll see you next week. Have a great week.
Kathy, I just want to say that poem was so powerful. Thank you so much for sharing it with all of us. And if you have any comments, please comment down below, and please like our page and share this post. Thank you so much for joining us. Everyone have a great week, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.
Bye-bye.